Nataka kushukuru waandishi wa habari kwa nafasi hii na kazi ambayo mnaifanya katika nchi yetu ya Kenya kuhamasisha watu wetu, na ningependa kusema mambo yafuatayo kulingana na shule ya Sironga Girls High School ambayo ni National Polytechnic, iko chini ya uongozi wa mwalimu mkuu Jane Nyanumba. Na ningependa kusema ya kwamba kadri na uwezo wake kuna mambo ambayo yamewekwa ya msingi, kuna malengo ambayo yameratibiwa katika sheria ya Public Service Commission na TSC kulingana na utendakazi wa walimu wakuu katika mashule yote, ni pamoja na kuongoza shule hizo na pia kuangalia kwamba hali ya masomo imenawiri, na zaidi ya yote kuangalia ya kwamba wanafunzi wamechungwa, wamelindwa na pia haki zao zimehifadhiwa. Kulingana na taarifa ambayo tuliipata juzi, kuna masuala muhimu na mambo ambayo walimu wa shule ile wamekiuka, na ningesema yafuatayo: that recently there are students who came late to school on April this year 2025, and it is alleged that there is corporal punishment in that institution under the watch leadership direction of the principal Jane Nyanumba. One parent, class 3J, in quotes, sought anonymity and explained to us as an organization to seek intervention on their behalf that he had taken his daughter, and because he was looking for school fees, he was asked to leave the daughter, proceed, and he was asked to stand beside the gate, and the parent proceeds to say or complain to our organization that he watched his daughter being frog marched, walking barefooted, and was thoroughly caned. The parent, a man, had to scream, but there was nobody to help. It is very clear that there are also complaints of 3 girls from 4C who were found outside by a duty teacher, Mr. Omari, during a Sunday evening preps on 23rd of March 2025. And Omari did not inquire why these students were out, because they were asked not to get into the dorms or into classes because they had not cleared fees, which has been the norm at Sironga Girls. It is unfortunate that this man manhandled, Mr. Omari manhandled the 3 students, and one of them was seriously injured. And the following morning, when she called the parent, it was said that the parent was coerced after making noise the following day, and the girl was released for treatment, and as we talk, she's healing because she's supposed to sit for exams. It is apparent that the principal, under her watch, directed that this student be expelled and wait for the time to come and sit for exams, and the reasons why. The parent was coerced into being bribed, very little and meager bribes or tokens, to let the student in class. Now, there are allegations and a confirmation that Madam Jane Nyanumba, while at Kebabe Girls High School at Ekerenyo in 2011, slapped a girl who collapsed. The arrogance exhibited, the intimidation, the pride that is exhibited in her is beyond reproach. And the reason why parents decided to make anonymous complaints into our organization, and we are asking the CS to take immediate action and resolve the impasse. Else, we will move to court to ensure that justice is served. The second allegation I would like to address is forcing students to return home when it is late after reporting without clearing fees. It is alleged by the parents and the students that there are about 29th and 30th of April, the principal had directed that no student could be admitted back to school because of non-payment of or clearing the fees. It is alleged that the principal paid what we call the fares back for these students who come all the way from Mombasa, and they had not even taken a shower, they did not even take food. This is a national school, and the principal actually directed that the money that she paid for their transport or fare back to Mombasa was accounted in their subsequent fees. The madam is also alleged that she sent a set of students home beyond 6 p.m. on 30th April 2025. 3 Form 2 girls were found in Kisii town at 7 p.m. One of the girls is a daughter to Mogori, number 07 blah 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 9, and upon inquiry the students disclosed that they were asked to go back home having reported to school late 5 p.m. past the reporting time policy of the school. They carried the school exit, which was duly signed and stamped by the principal, Jane Nyanumba. It is apparent that the students were going back to Migori. You can imagine the distance from Sironga Girls at 5 or 6 going back to Migori Kehanja. And one of the parents, a good Samaritan, had to intervene and rescue the girls. Now, in respect to this, you are aware that a school by the name Mongori High School has been involved in 2 serious, heinous acts of sending students away and violating their rights, including corporal punishment. It is very clear that last year, a student girl was molested, stripped naked, and beaten, broke her arms, and all that was done by a male teacher. When we followed, we want to thank the Ministry of Education that necessary action was taken against the said teacher. Sadly, we have a student who was expelled from school just last week over the issues of CCTV, that he was alleged he was involved in breaking CCTV. The student did not have fees, the fare back home, and one of the teachers gave 500 shillings so that this boy could reach back home in Nairobi. It is unfortunate that the boy did not reach home, and as we talk, that student passed on because the school is inhumane. We want to say that the legal framework, which is anchored under the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, does not uphold such principles and instead asks that every child should be protected. The risks and consequences to that effect from one Sironga Girls High School, headed by the principal, Jane Nyanumba, to another school called Mongori High School, the consequences are that there has been physical harm, that there is emotional trauma, there is disruption of education. And coupled with that many issues, we are asking the Ministry of Education that if the rights of the students, children under 18 years, cannot be protected, it is in the right direction that the ministry officers resign from office, including those who are in charge. I want to go on record that the administration last year was involved to thwart the effort of seeking justice for the girl who was molested, stripped naked, and injured, and her hand was broken at Mongori High School. Another allegation at Sironga Girls is the laboratory fees. The principal is alleged to charge 800 shillings for students, accumulating to 1,100. It is apparent that the national schools in the country are not required or allowed, in fact, to pay what we call laboratory fees. And we are asking the Auditor General to move swiftly and compel the principal to give the statement of account of this money which is collected from the parents and is not accounted for. There are no receipts. There is nothing. They are just said they pay 800 for laboratory fees, which is not a statutory requirement for the parents of this country. Another allegation, development fees. You are aware that His Excellency, the presidential candidate and the former education minister, Fred Okengo Matiang'i, went ahead and fundraised or contributed a donation for the construction of a multi-purpose hall at Sironga Girls. That hall is nowhere, and the huge amount is not known who took that money, who is the contractor, and what is the impasse that the multi-purpose hall is not done. It is clear that the principal has got multiple accounts for the school together with the management board. She has, in fact, asked all of the parents to pay development fees accumulating to 10,000 every year per student. We have around 3,000 students, and the total collection in a year is about 30 million. For the last 3 years, Principal Jane Nyanumba has collected over 90 million shillings. And you can imagine that huge amount which is levied against the parents in form of development, and when most of the students are using makeshift iron sheet classrooms at a national called Sironga Girls. You can imagine the nonsense. You can imagine the backwardness. You can imagine the amount of corruption and embezzlement of funds that is taking place at Sironga Girls. 90 million, because students are paying close to 10,000 shillings every year, and we have 3,000 students. We are asking the Auditor General, we are asking the President, we are asking DCI, we are asking ESCC to proceed with immediate effect and prosecute the matter, because that is an institution where people have positioned themselves in this case of leading the students into education and academic success to loot from the parents. Another allegation is about the remedial fees. You are aware, when you look at the newspaper, according to the Daily Nation, the Ministry of Education issued warnings enforcing these policies, including remedial classes and the remedial fees, which are charged against the parents and the students. It is very clear that the remedial fees and activities were terminated by the Ministry of Education. It is very explicit as stated that not any other school in this country is allowed to charge remedial fees. Now, against all those fundamental instructions and regulations, directions by the Ministry of Education, the Principal Jane Nyanumba at Sironga Girls has proceeded expeditiously to charge 5,000 shillings from every student per term, So she collects 15,000 shillings, 15 million shillings per term. That translates to about 45 million shillings for remedial, which is an illegal collection as directed by the Minister of Education. We are aware most of the Minister of Education officials are colluding with a number of many institutions in the country, and especially schools, in the name of remedial fees. We are asking the Minister of Education, we are asking the county directors of education across the country to follow up this matter, else we will conclude they are the masterminds of this grave, serious embezzlement of funds that is collude, that is corrupt, that is actually depriving the sanctity of education in this country. And finally, in respect to these many complaints, it is clear that a national institution in the name Sironga Girls has 4 classrooms, makeshift mabati, madarasa ya mabati ambayo wanafunzi wanatumia, na ni shule inaitwa National School. Tunauliza Mheshimiwa Rais na tunauliza Mheshimiwa Migosi Ogamba ya kwamba huu ujinga ambao umejikita katika mashule yote nchini Kenya uweze kuangalia. We have officers in the Ministry of Education, including quality assurance officers. We have different ministries of public works, fiscal planning. We need to know what is their responsibility ya kwamba hiyo shule inachukua wanafunzi inawaweka katika madarasa ya mabati, na pesa inakusanywa katika shule hiyo zaidi ya milioni 100 kwa miaka mitatu. Pesa ya development tunauliza inaenda wapi? Na kwa sababu hiyo tunauliza ya kwamba Mheshimiwa Rais, CS Education, PS Education, haya mambo ni ya msingi, kwa sababu wazazi wameuliza ya kwamba sisi tuyalete, wanaogopa huyu mwanamke ni mfedhuli, ana kejeli, ana maringo. His arrogance is beyond explanation, ya kwamba mwalimu yeyote, mwanafunzi yeyote, mzazi yeyote ambaye anauliza haya maswala, they are victimized. So we are asking that this nonsense to stop once and for all, and the ministry to expedite and take necessary action. Thank you.